करुणापूर्णसुधाब्धे कबलितघनविश्वरूपकिरणावल्या अरुणाचलपरमात्मन् अरुणो भव चित्तकञ्जसुविकासाय ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। कर्तुराज्ञया प्राप्यते फलम् कर्म किं परं कर्म तज्जडम् कृतिमहो दधौ पतनकारणं फलमशाश्वतं गतिनिरोधकम्। कर्तुराज्ञया प्राप्यते फलम। Who is Karta? The Lord. Who is the Lord? He is Nidanam. Jagataha ahamaha Nidanam. There is a slight difference here. Normally we will say Brahman is Jagat Karanam. By the way, the word Brahman, Ishvara are used interchangeably. Okay? So, Jagat Karanam Brahma. When we say Jagat, this Ahankara ego is included in Jagat. It's not excluded there. Here, Ramana Maharshi is looking at Jagat as what you see with this identity. Therefore, he says Ahamaha and Jagataha. It's not that Aham is outside Jagat. In a traditional way of looking at it, Jagat will include the ego. Because what is Jagat? Whatever moves, whatever comes and goes is Jagat. Gacchati, gacchati, gacchati iti Jagat. That's the way Jagat is defined. Therefore, if you look at it that way, the ego is very much included in Jagat. But in a way, this is nice because it makes it explicit. I like this in that sense, that it is the truth of both the seer and the seen. Otherwise, sometimes you will find the word seer being used to mean a relative seer. And sometimes it will be used to mean the seer who is not really seeing, in whose presence all activities take place. So when we say drashta, drigeva, natu drishyate, in drigdrishya viveka, there drigeva is consciousness, it is not the subject. Whereas in another place, we will say drig is the seer, there mean a subject who is looking. So you should know that sometimes contextually you have to see what's the meaning. But here what? Ahamaha as well as Jagataha Nidanam. Sarvaihi Vachyaha Kaschit Apara Shaktihi. Everybody has to accept that there is a cause for what I see and the seer. And there must be an amazing, incredible, very powerful, very, very extensive cause which can explain the whole universe. Has to be. Given the complexity of the universe, that has to be something which is mind-boggling. That is Apara Shakti. And there, page 76, in case you've forgotten, page 76 in the book. Chitretra lokam cha vilokita cha pataf prakashopyabhavat sa ekaha. example. What is the example? We can look at it in a couple of ways. You imagine a painting, a canvas. On the canvas, you have a scenery, you have the sun shining, and you have shade, because where there is a tree, you have a shadow there. You see light, you see shade, you see animals, you see people, you see everything. What is all of it? Take away the cloth, what remains? Chitre, in this picture, lokyam, what is to be seen? By the people on the painting, not outside. Chitre atra lokyam means what is to be seen. Then what? Vilokita, the seer. Then prakashaha, the light. All of that. Pataha ekaha abhavat. That canvas alone is the truth of everything. What do you see? Oh, I see a beautiful landscape of Sringeri. What else do you see? I see the Acharya going in a palanquin. What else do you see? I see people are bowing down to him. What else do you see? I see the weather, the sun is shining brilliantly. What else do you see? Nothing else. What did you miss? The canvas. That's the only thing which is there, and you missed it. Therefore, the whole Jagat is like what? The whole Jagat is the picture away from the canvas? Is the Acharya on the painting away from the canvas? Is the sun away from the canvas? Is the space-time? People are moving. You can see motion. Is it away from the canvas? But what is it all? What is the basis for all of them? What is the existence of all of them? The canvas away alone. Do you see it? No. Another way of looking at it. Look at a movie. If Ramana had seen a movie, he would probably talk. And maybe he did, I don't know, 1879 to 1950. Maybe a movie was there, I don't know. But the point is now, what do you see in a movie? You see a screen. Right? And on the screen, what do you see? The movie. You see characters, you see motion, you see emotions, you see everything. What's the reality of all of it? The light alone. Prakashasya ekaha. Right? There is a screen also. There's light also. See, no example is perfect. That's why dream I told you last time. But this is the example. So here, if you look at a translation here, what will they say? Says, the seer, the scene, the screen on which the light is protected, all is he, the one. See, what is he doing? He is going to the previous line. Vachyaha Prabhu. So now he'll say what? This Jagat itself is like a canvas. Jagat itself is a canvas. Ahamaha and Jagat itself is a canvas. Alright? And who is that canvas and the painting and the people and the scenery? Who is everything? Ekaha Nidanam. There's only one. Pataha, Prakashaha, because you cannot see the canvas without light. You need light. That's one way of looking at it. But I prefer, in my mind, to look at it as the canvas alone is the truth of the people, the things, this light, everything. If a person's face shows pain, if a person's face shows happiness, the emotions, everything has only one truth, the canvas alone. The canvas alone is the truth. That seems to fit nicely here in my mind. But I'm not saying this is wrong, I'm just saying there's a way of looking at things. Because you will find a similar example if you go to Panchadashi Shashtadhyaya. You will find a similar example to show something else. in Advaita Makaranda. What's the example? How can you say there is one cause for everything when you see there is a sentient being and insentient things? How can there be one cause for both? Does it make sense to you? One cause for sentient, insentient, the division is very real. You cannot have one cause for both. Look at the painting. There is a sentient being, then an insentient being. What is the reality of both? The canvas alone. So what does it use to show? That sentient, insentient division is here. They are both having the same reality, canvas, but the division is sitting here. The division is not real. If the division is real, it should be there. Same with your dream. You saw a dream and you saw people in your dream. And some were very excited, some were very disturbed. And there were trees and plants and sun, insentient. What is the truth of both? One alone. So, because a lot of time people have a difficulty in seeing, because generally what? Like begets like. As I told you, Swamiji, this is wonderful. You said there is only one clay. One clay is here, correct? But Swamiji, that is true. How about this? All toys we have, okay? See, nice earrings. Anniversary special. So, bangle. It's all real gold, okay? Don't steal it. So point is this. This is all gold. What is this? Chain. What is this? Bangle. What is this? Earring. How many things? 3. No, 1. What is the 1? Gold. Swamiji, that's all right. Now how many things? Which one? Which one? Gold or clay? What about gold? We have 2 things. Therefore, ekaha is not possible. Jagat karanaha ekaha is not possible. You must have 1 series for clay, 1 series for gold, 1 series for copper, 1 series for infinite things. Similarly, life should be 1 series. How can you have 1 cause? Why? Because this is how you see the world. I will give an example for 1 painting, movie, dream. So what have I proved to you? The reason why we can't accept something is because we don't see that possibility in what we see. What is Upanishad example? You have Mr. Spider. Mr. Spider is both the maker and material of the web, not the web you see hanging everywhere. You have to see a small spider, and if you touch it, it goes up the ceiling. If you leave it, it hangs down. Where does it go? Where does it go up on? On its own fiber. Where did the fiber come from? From Mr. Spider. The spider is both the maker and the material of that. 1 example. Another example. How can you get sentient from insentient? Look at the earth. Is it sentient or insentient? Insentient. What about the plants that come from there? Sentient. Look at your hair. Where does it come from? Head. Sentient or insentient? You can choose. So, from the sentient head, yatha satah purushat kesha lomani, Mundakopanishad. And from insentient, sentient is from the earth you get plants. Therefore, your reason that you cannot have sentient from insentient, insentient from sentient, that I have shown you it is possible. Your doubt should rest. That's the way the Upanishad proceeds. This is called Shruti Mata Tarka, a logic which is in keeping in a way which will help you to assimilate what is being taught. Why we are trying to do this? Because you cannot imagine how there can be one cause for everything. So we have to to remove the doubts which prevent you from assimilating this knowledge. Without that, it's just a statement which will have 100 doubts. Okay? So now you look at this. Ramana is saying, Sarvair nidanam jagatohamascha vachyaf prabhu kaschit apar shakti. He is saying there is one cause for the whole world. How does he know? How does he know? He figured out. How he can figure out? You have to question, how can he figure out? This is why I said, Vedameva Pramana. No, he didn't study with anybody. Somebody told him this. No, nobody told him. He heard some Puranas from Tamil saints. Doesn't matter where it came from, but it came to him. Once it is told, you can assimilate it with understanding. But you can never imagine that you are the cause of all that is here. It's impossible to bump into this understanding. Therefore, just asking who am I is not going to produce this understanding. This should be very clear. Otherwise, you will think this is a different method. I am talking the same method. This is Arsha Vidya Gurukulam, okay? Not Ramana Vidya Gurukulam only. Ramana is also a Rishi. We have no problem with that. But don't say it's a different thing. It is the same thing. So, you understand what is the Karta? I am not the Karta. Karta is Bhagavan. And what is that Karta? He's got an Agnya. What is the Agnya? It is the law. What do you mean by law? Why does it fall? Make it not fall. Even if Bhagavan comes, if he drops, it will come down only. That is called law. Drops on this, one kind of sound. Drops on this, another kind of sound. Why? Law. You touch something, you get a shock. You touch plastic, you don't get a shock. Why? Law. Why copper conducts and wood doesn't conduct? Law. Who made it that way? That's the way it is. But somebody made it that way. No, I didn't see anybody making. Correct. The maker is in the form of the made. All the way. All the way. And did the maker become the made? When maker is gone. This is called Parinami Karanam. Parinami means what? The cause vanishes when the effect comes. The mother dies having delivered the babies. Okay? They say a scorpion, I don't know, it's something we should verify. A scorpion, when it gives birth, it dies. And all the babies come. What happened to the mother? It's gone. Is Ishvara like that? This is what is called pantheism. When Bhagavan was there, then he became everything. Where is Bhagavan now? Now you only have parts. One clay was there, now you have only parts. One gold was there, now you have only bangles and chain and earring. If somebody says, what will I tell them? Okay, you give me all your bangle, chain and earrings. No gold anymore, right? Will they give it to you? Why? Do you believe it became a chain? Or do you think it is gold still? What do you understand? It is gold. So it is not a case of Ishvara having vanished, having become the world. Ishvara is there to appreciate in everything as what is Ishvara. This is called Vivarta Upadana Karanam. Means a cause which is a cause without changing. How can there be a cause without undergoing a change? You tell me. How can anything become another without undergoing a change? Is it possible? You have to question, okay? Everything I say you have to question. Otherwise, you will swallow and then you won't follow. You have to see the unchanging. Do you or do you not see gold here? But is there one unchanging thing that you see all the time? I don't. That's why you need a text. Neither do you understand Ishvara, nor do you understand Atma, because it is neither subject nor object. But that, what is the Agnya? Everything in the universe goes in a particular way. How do I understand the whole universe like this? That's what we already have. Physics tells you the laws about the universe concerning the physical universe. Physical universe includes this physical body. The laws of biology will cover the whole universe of life. Whether it's a cockroach, or an earthworm, or a frog, or a mouse, or a guinea pig, or a rabbit, or a human being. All dissection series, okay? Started with earthworm, then cockroach, then frog or rat. Then if you had got something, rabbit or guinea pig. Then if you ended up in medical school, cadavers. Fortunately, they don't put one guy on anesthesia and cut him open, like the frog. But what do you find in and through all of them? What do you find when you opened a cockroach? One alimentary canal. One gizzard will be there. Something is there, right? You open up a frog, what do you find? Same. When you open up a human being, what do you find? May not be exactly same, but the basic framework is same. Circulation of blood is common to all. Mammals means a way of the young one being born is common. Jarayujaha. How this commonality is there? You should see the commonness of the design. Same knowledge, modified appropriately depending on the Jiva Rashi. You can see biology will cover the life of all beings. There is a commonality. Then you have the mind. You have animal behavior and you have human behavior. So it's all psychology. If a person who's helping you train a dog will know what is dog psychology. And a human will know human psychology. And what is psychology? It's a body of knowledge. What is physics? A body of knowledge. What is chemistry? A body of knowledge. What is every body of knowledge? A clear, decisive mapping of cause and effect. Is that not true? Therefore, how do you get that knowledge? By observing what is. What is? One cause. Therefore, where does all knowledge reside? In that cause. Therefore, what is Ishvara? Sarvajnaha, all-knowing. Where are all the powers coming from? Same cause. Sarva Shakti. How do I know it's one cause? Have Shraddha to start with. This is where Shraddha comes. You have to have a belief pending understanding. Pending understanding. Not a permanent belief. If it's a permanent belief, Vedanta is of no use to us. It has to become understanding. That is called aparoksha jnanam. But what is this now? Right now we are not into that. I'm introducing as I go, okay? But here the topic is what? There is a karanam for the whole jagat, including this aham, and that is what there's an agnya. It manifests as an order. What is order? One order, you can look at it for the convenience of understanding as many orders. Each order is knowledge. Therefore, physical order, physics. Biological order, life order, biology. Psychological order, how the mind works. Physiological order, how the body functions work. Everything. If there was no order, imagine how a physician can treat you. You go with your finger broken, what do? Cut. They do something. How do they know what to do? How do they know? Because the same fellow has treated 150 people like you. He knows. How does he know your finger is going to be exactly like others' fingers? You ate dal chawal, he ate something else. How is it the same? No. Even whether though you are from Punjab and somebody is from Karnataka, both have the same blood. Works the same way. Same way the blood flows. Same way the capillaries work. Same way you can take something and connect, plastic surgery job you can do. How? How come when you're trained with cadavers you can work on live beings? Order. Which means once you see in one human body, you see in all human bodies. But they are not the same still. Within that sameness, it accommodates difference. But yet, one surgeon can operate on any body. One eye specialist can look at any eye. What does it show you? The commonness of the knowledge in every eye. You can see, this is all enabling logic to help you assimilate the fact that there is one reality. So, through these multiple orders, order of life, order of the physical universe, within the physical universe, chemicals, chemistry, astronomy, astrology within, astronomy within physics again, you can keep on going down. Each discipline of knowledge, what are you really studying? You are studying Ishvara. Any study you do, any knowledge you have is really knowledge of Ishvara. When will you know Ishvara completely? Never. In this way, in all details, you will never know completely. Because every time you think you know, one new COVID virus will come out. And then you will be stuck for the next 3 years looking at what it is all about. Bhagavan has infinite ways of appearing. Therefore, if you want to know the names and forms of Bhagavan, there is no end to it. Kartikeya. Now, interesting. The first verse of Ramana Gita begins with Ramana as a form of Kartikeya. This is somebody the way you look upon him. As, see, when everything is one, and I look upon my form, my Ishtadevata. What is Ishtadevata? A form of Ishvara with which you have a connection. It could be Durga, it could be Santoshi Mata, it could be Sai Baba, it could be any form. It could be your teacher. A lot of people here connect with Puja Swamiji as Bhagavan. Right? You can connect with any form. But what do you see in that form? Do you go and pray to a stone in Dakshinamurti temple? What do you pray to? Stone Namaha. We don't say that. What do we say? He is live. He listens to me. He smiles so nicely. Dakshinamurti's smile is amazing. Don't you see that? Don't you feel he's smiling when you tell him something? Yeah, I know. It's okay, don't worry. I'll take care of you. That you can see, and even though, what is Dakshinamurti? Where did he come from? It was one monolith, one rock. What did the sculptor see? He saw a rock. I saw a rock. What did he see? He saw a Dakshinamurti. What did he do? He just took out the extra. So you know Dakshinamurti is hidden there. It's there. There to recognize. Now, once you know everything is Ishvara, whether you call him Kartikeya, or you call him Dakshinamurti, or you call him, Krishna, it's now just a matter of whether you look, you say this is gold, or you say this is gold, or you say this is gold. Does it make a difference? If your drishti, your vision is I'm looking at gold, does it make a difference? Therefore, we can worship a cow, we can worship a human being, we can worship anything. Hindu means we can worship anything, river, mountain. Therefore, they get confused, pagan worship. Because they don't understand, because to them he is sitting up there and he's dropping the word like bagels he drops somewhere, It's not how it is. They don't understand. No questioning. Local anesthesia. Scientist, but in this matter, local anesthesia. Because you have been programmed not to think about it. If you think about it, that is Satan. The biggest freedom in our culture is you have the freedom to think. Your thinking is not, twisted. and you don't fit it into a box. You're free to think. You're free to even say, I don't believe in God. There is no blasphemy. Because the fellow who says there is no God is also enabled by the same agya. Karturajnaya prapyate phalam. What is it saying now? Any result you get for any action, what action will produce what result? It's not simple. It's not simple. Why? Because so many things have to come together. Right? Now, when you plant a seed, should you get a plant or not? You should. You planted it. Nicely you planted the seeds. 10 minutes later, we are living in Varaha territory. You know Varaha Avatara? Wild boars. They come and they found nice freshly dug up earth. They do this and they eat the bija and go. What will you get? Some pig poop, maybe. That's all you will get. No plants. Correct? You planted. You planted it all right. It came out all right. Our friend peacocks are around. What do they love? As soon as a sprout comes out, that's what they do. What will you get? Nothing coming out. You did everything correctly. You planted. And a flood came. So much water, the seeds decayed. What do you get? Nothing. So if a plant comes up, that's grace. What does it require for the plant to come? Oh, you put all the conditions together, Swamiji. You can't make all the conditions by yourself because there are conditions beyond you. And in fact, even if you put the conditions in a lab, the fact that the seed germinates is not in your hand. Is not in your hand. If every mother, if every woman is a potential mother, if every man is a potential father, you wouldn't have infertility clinics. It's not possible for them to conceive, and sometimes you cannot address it. Veda says, you can't conceive? I'll tell you something. Go check out all the fertility clinics. You sure you can't conceive? Yeah, I can't. Do putra kameshti. Then try. Conceived. Not one, but 7 children. How did it happen? This is what you say. What you don't have in your hand can be changed. How can it be possible medically? They have seen cases where cancer goes into remission and there is no reason. When they do post-mortem, they find the person had a cancer and it went to remission. How? He didn't even know he had it. How did it happen? It can happen. It can happen. Ramana Maharshi, when he was in Arunachala, there was one very well-known Vedic scholar by name Jagadish Shastri, who has written a commentary on Upadeshasaram. So, this Jagadish Shastri used to be there, and he got sick, and he was diagnosed with, I think, colon cancer. And the doctor said there is no remedy for it. Jagadish Shastri made an appeal to Ramana, you can do something about it. And Ramana Maharshi told the doctor, you treat, do something, don't sit on your back, do something. And the man survived. Now you can say it was just luck. You can say it's Bhagavan's grace. You can say it's Ramana's grace. But Ramana's grace is the same grace that is flowing through everybody. Grace means you cannot particularly attribute a given cause for that outcome. Why he survived, he did this, therefore it happened. You can't. Total, there is something which manifests as an ability to cure, heal. How many people go to a Sai Baba and say, we want this? There was a lady who came to Puja Swamiji once, and she had a big mala and everything. They put, and then Swamiji gave them back as prasadam. Her question was, Swamiji, but where should I put this? What? Because her problem is she has a plant which is not fruiting. That's why she came to Swamiji. So she wants to know, where should I put this mala so that it will start fruiting? See, what they want is this much. They want phalam. And that phalam, there is some impediment. And they see Swamiji as a person who can remove the impediment because of his abilities. Therefore, and his abilities are only because Ishvara endows him with that. If you ask Swamiji, what will he say? I am just an instrument. You ask Krishna, what do they say? I am just an instrument. What do they tell Arjuna? You also be an instrument. Nimitta matram bhava sabhyasacham. So everything is one reality, and all sentient beings are instrumental in what they do. Therefore, you don't determine the outcome of your actions. You do your bit. You have a contribution to make. Your effort is a definite part of the contribution. It's like a chariot with two wheels. If you see the Gita, you will have chariot with two wheels, If one wheel is broken down, where will the chariot go? One wheel is your effort. One wheel is Bhagavan's grace. If you need the chariot to move smoothly, you need both. Not one, not the other. Not one at the cost of other either. If one is rough, you need to smoothen that. If the other is rough, you need to smoothen that. You need to lubricate both. But the effort alone, one wheel alone, doesn't drive the chariot. What drives it? Finally, karturajnaya prapyate phalam. Every result, anything, any situation is because it is in keeping with the laws of the universe. Now, where is Ishvara? The whole universe is Ishvara, you understand? And not just the things. Why this flower bloomed today? How it blooms? How many days the flower will remain fresh? Look at this flower. This flower. There's a difference. Why? Both came this morning. Why? Because that's how they are. Why they are that way? Ishvara. What should you see? Why? What is this redness? Ishvara. What is the yellowness? Ishvara. What is green? Ishvara. Not just that. What is your eyes? Ishvara. You can't see. You've gone blind. What is that? Ishvara. That your blindness can be rectified. Ishvara. By a doctor. Still Ishvara. By prayer. Ishvara. What is Ishvara? Everything is Ishvara. The law means every change is governed by laws. The physical world is governed by physical laws. The biological world is governed by biological laws. If you start seeing Ishvara manifesting the laws, don't say Ishvara is the law. You'll be in trouble. If Ishvara is the law, Ishvara becomes Jada. You can't pray to an insentient entity. Ishvara is a conscious being, all-knowing. That's very, very helpful to invoke the devotee in you. You never pray to a material cause. You always pray to Nimitta Karanam. And that Nimitta Karanam, like you're talking to a person, you ask him for something, you know he is hearing you. Whether he accepts your plea or different, but you know Ishvara listens to you. That's important. Otherwise, it's like I'm chanting something, I don't know what happens. I just chant. I chant Vedas. Why do you chant? I like to chant. It doesn't take you anywhere. It'll give you some punya. See, this is another argument. Whether you know or not, laws should give the same result or not. Laws, right? Whether you know gravity or not, if you drop it, where will it happen? What will it happen? It will go down. Whether you know or not, if you put your finger in fire, what will it do? It will burn it. Therefore, whether you know or not, anything you do should do this. True. Drishta phala, it is true. Now, phalam is of two types. What are they? Drishta and adrishta. What is drishta? What is seen here and now. When you drop this, it comes down. You see it. It breaks. You see it. Okay? You drop ghee into the fire, it becomes ashes. You see it. But it also may produce an unseen result. What is unseen result? Some grace. which manifests in your life in different ways. Now, in the Veda, we have so many rituals to get unseen grace, adrishtam. All of them you cannot verify with any means of knowing you have, either now or later, unless you can go to heaven and come back and say, yeah, I went there and I saw it. Okay? But the point is, how do you know it's true? Veda, we have Shraddha. Alright? So this Drishta Phala, Adrishta Phala. When you bring Adrishtam, what is the whole world? It's Ishvara. Why is the world like this? We say, if Ishvara created the world, this is a very common question. Swamiji, if Ishvara is the creator of the world, why did he create pain? Why did he create sorrow? Why did he create food allergies? Why did he create? Why do I have to suffer? My neighbor doesn't suffer. I suffer. Why? Means Ishvara is partial. Some fellows he gives them laddu, and to some fellow he gives, bitter gourd. Why he does this? To some fellow he gives him a kingdom, another fellow he makes him a pauper. Why he does this? Means, God, why does God discriminate between people? He is God or he is another uncle? Because uncle has to say, hello uncle, I get some inheritance. Other fellow didn't say, he doesn't get anything. Is that how it is? What do we say? No. Then if God is not partial, if it's the law is not partial. Whether you drop a pot or you drop a flower, what's the rule which governs both of them? This used to be our physics question, If you drop a flower and a pot, which will come down faster? You always think what? Pot will come down faster. Then you will get 0. Because the law is the same. Cotton wool, same. Then how come cotton wool doesn't count? Because there is another force called wind. There are wind currents which lift it up. Correct? So you can explain away the fact that gravity is same, yet the rate of fall can be different because there are forces other than gravity also. Correct? Same way. Dukkha, Sukha, all these are possibilities, and you decide by your actions what is the outcome, which means everybody's life is governed by their own actions. They didn't want dukkha. They didn't do action to get dukkha, but it is not their choice. Karturajnaya prapyate phalam. It is the law of Ishvara which governs what results you get. That order is called the order of karma. There is order of physics, there is order of chemistry, there is order of biology, there is order of karma, also called dharma, dharmic order. And that order is a little more involved. It's not just what you did, but with what intention you did. So two people were going on a street and they saw one idol of Bhagavan on the street side. I read it as Buddha's idol. Doesn't matter. So now one person saw it and he felt very bad that the sun is blazing and the idol of the Buddha is getting, weathered like this. So he found an old shoe lying there nearby. He covered it with the intention that Buddha will be in shade. Few minutes later, another gentleman was walking, another Buddha bhikshu, and he saw what? A Buddha covered with a shoe. He felt very disrespectful. So he removed it. Both of them were given great merit in heaven. Why? Actions were completely opposite. How come they both got a lot of merit? Because the intention counts. This is adrishtam. Drishtaphala, shoe is on the head, shoe is removed from the head. No difference. Adrishta, your intention counts. Your effort counts. Bhagavan is satisfied with nothing. Whatever you give, he is satisfied with. So what do you give? So, there was a king. And he said, all my subjects are very honest. One minister said, it's not true. How do you check it out? Do one thing. So they made a huge tank and said, for some Abhisheka, everybody has to contribute 1 cup of milk. And nobody is going to watch you. It's like our secret ballot, You come and pour your milk and go. When they took it out, what do they find? All water. How come? Everybody thinks when others pour milk, why should I pour milk? This is how our buddhis work, okay? How to get credits without deserving them. So you can get credits locally perhaps, but Bhagavan knows what you did. How does he know? Because he is your eyes, he is your mind, he is the water, he is the milk, he is the pot. Nothing escapes him. How do you present it in a form which you can appreciate without making it complicated? There is one fellow called Chitragupta sitting here. Gupta ji, Gupta ji means accounts. Pakka accountant. You don't find everybody cannot become accountant. You need proper Gupta ji. So what does Gupta ji do now? That's why pencil behind his ear. Always keeps account. And there is one guy sitting here. He's called Chitragupta. What does he do? Everything that's going on, he writes. And when you go from here, he submits the accounts. No cooking. No manipulation. Yamaraja gets a perfect account. So some child today will ask, where is Chitragupta? There is no pencil, nothing. Hey, this is all a way of telling you that everything you do is recorded. Factually. It is not Big Brother watching you like George Orwell's story. Bhagavan doesn't want to punish you. Bhagavan doesn't want to give you benefit. Na kasyachit adatte papam. Na kasyachit sukritam vibhuhu. Then what? It's all your doing. It's your freedom. The free will is part of the ajna. Free will versus fate. Free will is also within the order of Ishvara. You have a freedom. But you don't have a freedom which is total. You have a freedom. I told you. Pa. Say pa without the lips. No. Why? Karturagyaya vaisyate phalam. No, voice comes like that. Ka will come or pa will come. Depends on what you do. This order is recognized, and that Shastra is called what? Shiksha. In Sanskrit we call it Shiksha. Every sound you produce, the human mouth, is clearly said. Therefore, Sanskrit is not another language. It is the order of the mouth. It's not, A, B, C, D. What is the relationship between A, B, C, D? Why A, then B, then C? Look at what we do. A, A, E, E, U, U. What's the common to all this? They are all, in English, I ask you, what do you need to make a word minimum? Vowel. You need vowels. Why? Because without vowel you cannot make a sound. Correct? All right. What are the vowels? A, E, I, O, U. A, E, I, O, U. You look at what we do. A, E, E, U, 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 I. What did we do? We put all the vowels in the beginning. What are they called? What is vowel? I don't know. What do we call it? Swaraha. What is swara? Swayam rajate prakashate iti swaraha. That which stands independently. It does not depend on anything else. What about a consonant? Dependent fellow. Produce ma without a vowel. No sound. You won't get a sound unless you have vowel. Ma, ma, me, me, mo, whatever you can say, but no sound. What is this? Whether an Englishman talks, okay, or somebody else talks. Now I was looking for somebody here and I suddenly saw he's not here. Is he here today? Shanti? No? Ah, there you are. Okay. I was looking why you weren't here. Okay. Never mind. So point is, anybody talks, order is same. Whether you put your lips together or I put my lips together, you only produce pa, pha, ba, bha, ma. This is called agya. Understand what is agya? It is not that he is sitting and ordering, do this, don't do this. This is called agya. Karturagya prapyate phalam. Is that clear? What is the order? We have to look at more order. We'll do that. Now, let's go a little further. Karma kim param, karma tajjadam. Now, what is the means to achieve anything? Anything you want to achieve in life. What is the means? You know. Karma. Do. Therefore, what is the means if you have any goals in life? How do you achieve them? Through action. Therefore, what is the best means you have in your hand in life? Karma. Because how did you achieve anything in life? You have an education. How did you achieve it? You studied. You have a house. How do you achieve it? You built one. You did something, right? You earned some punya. How do you achieve it? By doing karma. How do you achieve anything? By doing action. If you don't do action, what will you get? Nothing. Therefore, what is the highest, best means? Suppose you say, money is a good means. It's a very good means. You ask a young man growing up, what do you want? Money. What else do you want? Power. What else do you want? Relationship. What else do you want? What else do you want? Young man, therefore I'm asking, okay? What else do you want? Huh? Fame. Now, how do you get any of these? Suppose you want money, how do you get it? By lying on the beach? No. You have to do something. Karma. How do you get power? Do something. Karma. Join as an apprentice under a politician. Right? How do you get fame? Put some Facebook post. And make sure you put something which goes viral. Then you will be famous. Karma. You are not well. Your finger needs a problem. How do you get it fixed? You have to go to the hospital. Karma. Tell me, you are hungry. How do you fulfill it? Eat. Karma or not? Is it based on your will or not? What do you gain by anything? Is there any other means to gain anything? You said you need money. Each of them, money is a means for a lot of things. Money can buy you power. Money can sometimes buy you temporary relationships. Right? Money can buy you comfort. Some comfort, physical comfort. Money can take you to a concert of some rock star. Coldplay. If you don't get it in India, you can go to Dubai and get it. Money can take you there. But even if you pay all the money, for that money, firstly, you have to do work. Power can get you a lot of things, but power you need karma. So what is the means, which is the means of all means? Karma. Therefore, karma param. Parama sadhanam. See, you are not interested in means. What are you interested in? Are you interested in means? Are you interested in working hard? Or you want a vacation? What do you want? If you have a choice, vacation. But then why do you work? For the vacation. So you work 1 week, so you get a weekend off. Why do you work a year? So you get the annual vacation. Why do you work your whole life? So you can retire. Correct? Are you interested in working? Are you interested in karma? No. Then why are you doing karma? Because sadhyam is karma phalam. What is to be achieved is born of karma. Whether it's local or heaven going. Vaidika mentality is what? I work for what? Not for local. This life is messed up already. It won't get much better. But if I do it right, this is only 100 years. I will be in heaven for thousands of years. Go. So what do you do now though? Why do you do karma? For the sake of an end. For any end, what do you need to do? Karma. Therefore, what is the best means a human being has? Karma. Ramana asks, karma kim param? He's asking, inquiry. This is called inquiry. Not just what am I? Who am I? Is karma the last word? And the people who are committed to Veda will tell you what? Any sentence in Veda which does not tell you to do or not do is useless. Throw it away. Because karma is the means. And they argue, there is no Ishvara. Karma is enough. Mehnat hamara jivan. There should be a song like this, Mehnat means karma will give the result. You don't need any intervening fellow. You don't need Bhagavan. Karma will give the result. Work will produce the output. I showed you examples how work cannot necessarily produce an output. That's just to show you that there are many a slip between the cup and the lip. How do you make sure everything gets stitched up? It's not in your hand. This is the Veda's insight. Your free will you have, but the free will has a limited ability to do. It cannot determine the outcome. One fellow dropped out from the college and became Bill Gates. Another fellow dropped out from college and became a prime minister. Or tries to become a prime minister, maybe. So, now you decide. Dropping out for college will make you Bill Gates. Is that correct? What did Steve Jobs do? He left Stanford. So, leaving Stanford makes you a person as successful as Steve Jobs. Is that true? People will cite this. Somebody says, what do you do after college? I think I'll play cricket. Why? I want to be like Kohli, Virat Kohli. How many Virat Kohlis are there? How many? Only one. Now women also going to get excited. Not just men. Now we also have, the women's team has one. And therefore what? Who is your idol now? Harmanpreet Kaur. Whatever it is, all I am saying is, you look at who are the idols for young people today. An actor? An actor means what? He is not what he appears to be on the screen. But yet, who is your idol? Shah Rukh Khan. And what do you learn from him? How to dance. What do you get for it? You pay for it. You don't get anything for it, okay? You pay to learn dancing. But you still want to dance because somebody you want to go with needs you to know how to dance. Even for that, karma is required. What is this Vedanta Jnanena Sarvam? Forget it. Karma alone is the answer. Correct or not? You tell me, is there anything that you get? Swamiji used to say, between Lakshmi and Saraswati, who will you choose? Our two devatas, What is Lakshmi? Paisa. What is Saraswati? And very interesting, how you get Lakshmi. See how the story is, right? Deepavali, what do you do in the evening? You light the lamp. Before that, what do? Lakshmi Puja. How does Lakshmi travel? On an owl. So what do? You wait for darkness. Owl flies in. You invite Lakshmi. She says, okay, go into this house. They're inviting me. She comes in. Then what do? Then you switch on the lights. You know why? So that the owl can't see it, can't take Lakshmi out. This is a secret, okay? So that you should not light lamps before Lakshmi comes in. And when she is in, arrested. Light the lamps. You want to keep Lakshmi. Now you want Lakshmi. And then somebody went and asked, Saraswati, yes, how come you are happily playing the veena? Don't you see your competition? Lakshmi? Everybody goes after Lakshmi. Nobody comes after you. How come? You are so relaxed. What's the secret of your stress-free existence? Saraswati said, doesn't matter. How does it matter? Unless they have Saraswati, Lakshmi doesn't work for them. The fellow went to the concert all the way, but he couldn't follow what the concert is. You know? Except for very basic pleasures of senses, sense pursuits. Any other thing, refined, any classical things, you need Saraswati. Therefore, without knowledge, there is no Lakshmi possible. But which kind of knowledge now? The knowledge of ends and means. And the know-how to convert the means to become ends. This is what you need. So what do you need? You need applied sciences. Do you need pure science? What is the pure science? No money, correct. No funding. In university, lose funding. You better have some applied sciences. Do something useful. So same theory now. I told you recipe argument. If you have recipe, will you get the food? No. What should you do? Cook. So what should you do? Karma. All the way, everything points to what? Karma param. All right? We ask, karma kim param? Is it param? Now let's understand what is param. Param, Puja Swami's beautiful translation, is the limitless. Limitless. What do you want? You know, there's a person who is, rich man is on the beach. A very rich man is on the beach, and he sees a fisherman, with tattered clothes walking around Mauritius. Okay? So then, this guy rich man asks him, what are you doing? Why don't you go and fish? You lazy man, go and fish. He asks, why should I fish? If you catch fish, you'll get some money. Okay? Then what should I do? Then you can invest in a better boat. What will I do with that? You can catch more fish. Then what should I do? You sell that fish, you can now buy a trawler. You can get even more fish. Wonderful. Then what? Now you're a rich man, you can buy a house, you can buy cars, you can travel. Wonderful. Then what? You have so much fish, you can't do anything with it. So what should you do? Have fish processing industry. Then what? You'll get even more money. Then what? Then you can get married. You can do a lot of things. Then what? Then what? Then you can take a vacation. What am I doing right now? He's already enjoying the beach. This fellow has come after struggling so much. This guy is already on the beach. And this guy says, you go around like this and do pranayama. Why not like this? Push it a little further. Then what? Then I will die. For dying, you have to do all this. Buy a boat, get fish, buy a trawler, get more fish, build a ship industry. Is that what you need? What do you want? What do you really want? You want to die? It will happen anyway. What do you want? What do you really want through money? What do you want through a job? Is it job for the sake of job? We just saw. Job is for the sake of vacation. Vacation is for whose sake? Why do you want a vacation? Feel good. Why do you want to feel good? I can't accept myself not feeling good. That's the reality. Why do you want good food? Feel good. Why do you want a good relationship? Feel good. If the fellow is always nagging, you're not good, you're not okay, you can't live with that fellow. Right? Why do you want anything in life? Why did you come to this Gurukulam? Finally, you look at even that. Everything is because you somehow believe you will feel better doing that action rather than not. Now the question is, what do you really want? What does it take to make you feel smaller? You have a job. You've been working very hard. And, they called you for your annual review. And they told you, you've done an excellent job. You get a 50% raise. Are you happy? 50%? Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate your acknowledging my contribution. Words have to be right, My contributions. I will strive to contribute more. Then, after a few minutes, his friend went and came back. What do you get? 75. 75? I got cheated. This guy, when I was working my butt off, I was working late hours, this guy used to take off. He just sends emails at 2 in the morning saying, I did this. This guy gets 75%, I get 50%. And this guy, we worked together. I did all the work, real hard work. This guy just did some presentations here and there, PowerPoint. For that he gets 75%? It's not done. Go back to the boss. What happened? Are you happy? I was happy. What happened now? I heard others have gotten better raises. Who told you? You're not supposed to tell each other, okay? Are you happy with the raise or no? What made you unhappy? Are you unhappy that other guy got 75%? No, I'm very happy he got 75%, but I should have also got 75%, correct? Is that not true? So what do you really want? You don't want to be less than what you can be. Can you? I ask you, is there anybody who has not seen a smile on his own face or her own face? Have we? Is there anybody like that? No. When you smile, what is your state of mind? Do you want anything to be different at that instant? No. So you know what it means to be smiling. You know how it feels. Do you want to smile or not? You always want to smile, and you think a good raise will make you smile. You think a good relationship will make you smile. But what did you discover? 50% is a wonderful raise, but it didn't make you smile. So what makes you smile? Your happiness is centered on you. But you have decided that my happiness is centered on something else. Because when you got a good raise, you were happy earlier. You've been always happy when you got more money. You thought the raise is what makes you happy. And what did you discover? you're not happy. Another possibility. You got a wonderful raise, all right. You're very happy. But along with that came your promotion, Because you need to pay more. Look, we're happy to pay you more if you can take more responsibilities. We think you're very strong and you've been a very good resource for us, and we would now like to make you, instead of this small group, you can now handle, instead of national, we make you international vice president, marketing. Now what happens? Till now he could attend one class in a year. Now he has no time for anything. He has no time to eat. He has no time to drink. And he gets stressed out. And then he finds out that his blood sugars are going up. And then he's told, you eat healthy. What should you eat? Salads. He can't eat. He can't go out because no vacation. He's burning out. His wife said, decide, are you married to me or your company? Was the promotion and the more money worth it? He says, I think it was a bad bargain. So what do you want again? What do you want? What you want, we have to look into further. Time now, we'll stop. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.